good afternoon if you're just now getting to tune in. Today we're going to be going to northern Indiana for the severe weather potential for today into the overnight hours for the northern Indiana. Once everything starts, I do believe once everything starts getting initiated, it starts coming off the lake there off Michigan. Once everything gets organized and moving, it's then going to go push southeast into a linear setup for a line of storms. As always, the threat for today is conditional, as always threat is. The biggest threat that I can see for today is not tornadoes. Over at SPC, the Storm Protection Center. Over at SPC, the Storm Protection Center, they have a 5% risk for maybe a tornado or two possible. With the new updated SIN 1 that they do, we've been seeing a lot of activity with the SIN 1s here recently, especially northern Indiana into southern, east, north, central portions of Illinois, right under near Pontiac and whatnot. We've been seeing quite the uptick on these SIN 1s. We have seen a SIN 1 value for the eastern part of the United States over there in the Carolinas and whatnot. That never really came to fruition on that. And as always, severe weather predictions and threats are always, they always will be and always have been to really significantly happen. They can latch onto some good significant hail to fall. With the hail, some hail can be damaging. Probably golf ball, maybe close to tennis ball. I'm not seeing anything bigger than that taking place. Don't get me wrong, golf balls and tennis balls can still do quite a bit of damage to vehicles, so I'm kind of prepared today that I might lose a windshield or a window or two, or pick up some new dings and dents, because people make fun of me for having dings and dents on a Jeep here, but you ever see a golf ball? They got dimples and dents in it, and it's aerodynamic. So I think as I'm putting dents and dimples in the Jeep here to make it more aerodynamic and more fuel efficient friendly, especially where the fuel prices are upward near $4 a gallon, damn near there. I know I just topped off before getting going. Yeah, like $3.89 a gallon at this local speedway. But initially, I'm going up northern Indiana, specifically Kewanna, Indiana. Could be getting up there, staging up a little bit early, give some time for everything to initiate, and that's a good target area because that will allow get a good handle on what's going on. And second, once everything starts initiating off the lake there, where the initiation's going to start, then once we see where the initiation's going to start, we're going to take a good look to see whereabouts with the storm motion, or they just gradually building and slow moving, where they then transition to more organized, tracked, where I don't know what just happened there. Give me 1 second. Not what I wanted to happen. Alright. Yeah, I don't know what happened with that. I don't know if it, the tiny bot was like, oh, I'm gonna track. But as chasers, we want to put ourselves in the best spot to get the most bang for our buck, where we can get multiple plays out of one system. Because sometimes if you jump too prematurely on a system and go for the first thing that fires up, once that storm motion gets cooking, it's going to leave you behind. And now you're going to be playing Talon Charlie just trying to get caught up with everything. As chasers, we want to get ourselves positioned in a very nice spot where we can get multiple plays if need to be. Take a look at some routes, the road networks, and see what's going to work for us. As well, keep an eye on that storm initiation to see what it's going to be doing, because if you try to get right up on the storm initiation and try to navigate from there, a lot of times you're going to have a hard time staying caught up with the storm motions, and so then you end up playing Talon Charlie once again. Once you get set up, where like I'm going to be doing today, it gives you time to take a look, see what's going to go on, and it gives that time for everything to mature and get a good handle on what storm motions are going to be like and what they're going to be trending like. If something were to pop up behind them, or as they pop up and move along. With me going up to Kiwana as the initial target area, that's going to allow me to see where everything's going to start initiating and all that. And once everything starts initiating, if I see that it's going to be tracking more east and coming to me, I have the luxury and time to be able to navigate and reposition myself to be able to get on cells as they come through. So like today, Kiwana, get staged up there, see what's gonna take place, see how everything is starting to initiate and move through. Looking at the HRR on the composite reflectivity models there. I do think with me going to Kiwana, that is going to put me in a very good area to set up and be able to navigate and move around and make some adjustments here and there to be able to get on some pretty decent storms. And the timing of it, we should be able to see stuff while we got some daylight left. I do believe sunset is probably right around 8:30 for the area. The Sermons will start initiating anywhere from maybe 2 p.m. to at latest 4 p.m. is when everything will start initiating. Why is it zooming? I need to see what this thing's doing because it's kind of got the mind of its own at the moment. I don't know. I think what's going on is the OBS bot Tiny 2 has hand gestures that you can use and whatnot. It'll either zoom in, zoom out, go track somewhere else where it need to be. Like I said, get up to Kiwana, gotta see what everything starts to look like for initiation there. I do have the concern in the back of the mindset there that we're going to see some chaser conversions today up in northern Indiana for sure. Might take a look to see what this $4 gallon of gas is going to do. Maybe it might stop some of might thin out the herd a little bit on chasing conversions where no one wants to pay the $4 a gallon to go chase. I'm local here in Indiana, so it doesn't make sense for me to miss out on. Let's set up to see what's going to take place there. I got a 2-hour drive up to Kiwana, taking I-70, then I believe I'm going to go up 65 or 69 north or something like that. In Kiwana. A lot of what I call the gospel chasers of the community are like, we're going to stick to Oklahoma and Texas and Kansas and Iowa because there's better road networks. It's the traditional area. Yes, while granted that Oklahoma, Texas, and Kansas, and Iowa have a lot of great road networks to be able to chase on and maneuver, because a lot of them are checkerboard network. Big boxes, just checkerboard roads. A lot of them never been up here to northern Indiana. Once you get northern Indiana, you do get a lot of checkerboard networks where you can navigate on. The plus side is a lot of these roads up in northern Indiana are paved or they're gravel. There's some gravel roads up there. A lot of it's paved. I've yet to come across a complete dirt road up in northern Indiana where it's not passable or anything like that. As I'm driving down the road, I do believe I'm getting a good southwest wind Jeep getting pushed a little bit all over the place, which is no big deal. This thing can handle a lot of wind. I can say that for sure. Most people get afraid of driving SUVs or mid-sized SUVs in high windy conditions, but I can contest this Jeep can handle a lot of wind. When I say a lot of wind, it can handle a lot of wind. While going down the road at that, it can handle 110. It can handle 110 mile an hour wind blowing up against the rear, passenger rear, and passenger side of the Jeep. It can handle it for sure. 3 seasons ago, in this, right around, I believe, coming up from Lawton north, and we cut back towards Beaten Feet to the east to get up there to El Reno. While getting up there to El Reno, there was that line that was coming through. That was mean. That line, one of the meanest line of storms I have seen in quite some time. Down there, 110 mile an hour winds. Deep. I remember getting the alert on radar scope and stuff like that, where I get my alerts pushed through. Plus, I run amateur radio, and I heard one of the licensed amateur radio operator that is a chaser as well. That was a little bit further back behind from where I was at. Hop on the simplex I use and relayed to anyone listening that straight he has a certified wind report of right around 120 mile an hour wind with DVD size hail. I'm not going to lie. The wind wasn't my biggest concern at that point in time. I thought the wind was going to be my biggest concern. With it being that, well, I was getting certified measured at 110. The radio operator behind me was reporting 120 in DVD size hail. I can handle the wind. But when I heard that report of DVD size hail, DVD size hail, right then and there, I'm like, okay, this is about to be not so much fun. It was after the sunset. Well, there's still daylight technically left before sunset, but with that line and that cluster of storms, it made it feel like it was midnight. In the evening hours, it felt like midnight. And getting that report of DVD size hail, I was like, oh boy. Oh boy. But I never got to see any of that DVD size hail because I was quick enough to go east, just outside of El Reno, stopped out at Love's over there, topped off on fuel. Very eerie moment when I got fuel. I had to get fuel quick. It had to be like a splash and go. Convinced a couple guys that I was chasing with, like, hey, I'm getting fuel real quick, then we can get going and whatnot. I did have to go use the restroom. The outside air while getting fuel was a little chilly. It was almost like that crisp fall, springtime rain that you get where it's chilly, breezy. I went inside that Love's to go use the restroom, and it was maybe not even half a minute. I'm in there using the restroom, and I come back outside. My glasses fog up. It's humid. It's warm, humid. And I'm like, oh no, oh no, oh no, we gotta go. We get back out on the highway, going east. At the time we're going past El Reno, and there was a circulation that was later to be confirmed tornado that started off. I do believe that tornado started. It made plant off to the passenger side as I'm going east. It planted south, directly south of where I was looking at. It ended up going across the road because I see power flashes, left to right motion, debris getting lofted, power flashes, and come to find out later that night, I do believe Edmond, Oklahoma, had a confirmed one, and I think that was the one that went across the highway right in front of me. So there's definitely been some eerie moments chasing. Yeah, it's all fun. At the end of the day, as long as you make it back home, and that you can go tell the story of the chase and live to see another chase day, it's a good. That was a very successful chase. But if you guys follow Mezzo Hunt on Facebook, I would encourage you to follow here on YouTube, because the streaming quality that I'm getting from YouTube right now is next to none, and I'm not having the issues of YouTube trying to dumb down the stream. The good resource on better quality here, and especially having this OBS Bot Tiny 2. I'm probably going to end up here very much in the near future, end up getting a Trail 2 trail, either trail 2 or trail. I might go with the trail. The goal is to save money for the chase season, not go completely bonkers on everything. But if the OBS bot Tiny 2 can do this, I can't wait to see what a trail or trail 2 does. There's been a lot of mixed reviews on the Tiny 2, the Tiny 3, as far as the video quality, the audio quality. I think the audio quality coming from the Tiny 2 is just tremendous. There's not a lot of road noise, and where I'm hitting bumps, you can hear the bumps, or if I drop something in the cup holder, you're not hearing that. The noise cancellation on these things are absolutely stunning. I will say it again: the quality on these things for its price is absolutely tremendous, and I'm not ever going to complain on that. This Southwind is pushing. And we got clearing going on, which everybody else is like, it's a clear day. It's a nice day. That is nice as of right now. I'm getting ambient air temperature outside of 74 degrees. The clearing, to anybody else, it is a beautiful day, and it really is a beautiful day. But when you got your everyday folks being like, it's a nice day, it's clearing, it's sunny, warm out, sun popped out, they're happy, and yeah, I'd be too. But for meteorologists and chasers, when we get days where there is severe weather potential, and everyone's like, the sun is popping out, it's clearing up, we're like, you sure about that? Are you sure about that? Because deep down, when we get clearing, like we're seeing now, on a nice day like today, to everyone else, it is nice. But someone like me that lives before the severe weather and be able to get out and chase, this is going to absolutely wild, and it could prove to be a wild day. Boy, I'll tell you what, but that Southwind is really pushing there. But I'll show you guys the clearing that we're getting that makes me go. So that's the type of clearing that we're looking at right now. I do believe today would be one of those days you need to have your sources to be able to get your severe weather information. guys should know me by now. I never like using the term outbreak or severe weather outbreak. Multiple tornadoes. Everybody should hunker down because everyone's gonna be under the gun. But I'll tell you what, that south wind is really pushing. Extreme upwards at I will be going live again once everything starts firing up and getting moving to see where we're going to be playing at today. But other than that, have a way to get weather alerts either from your phone. Make sure your notifications on your phone are turned on to where you can hear them, and where you're able to get those push notifications if they do push anything out today, which I do foresee a couple push notifications get pushed out from forces of northern Indiana there. But other than that, make sure you have a way to get your watches, recordings, weather information